kind of more flexible in the beginning. We within us. Oh, so far, I'm
Problems are applying the applying characteristics planning rationally. Now we know that we are supposed to start there.
Shell. And don't follow big trucks at the back. Ndiye kuna njinga ya moto. Chimakwera bachamba kubwere. Asi kuti achoke kumbuyo mpaka chapa. Gari moto ukoza njinga ya moto imavuta. Akungoti maybe depends on you manage kubwera mbuyo. we started with that topic. Thinking of how I don't quite read today. Let's go and check the signing sheet. Last time I think we started talking about cost of capital whereby we say that equity plus debt. Why are we here? Because of we said we're going to start from capital pricing model, is it? See note. So we say we should be start on capital, but we just have to have a start on cost of capital that we started, I think, last time, and we said, what is cost of capital? What is cost of capital? I remember we started this topic, isn't it? Maybe not in this class. We started it. And then we stopped at the problem. We talked about the cost of capital, aspects of cost of capital, we said. Aspects, we said 2 of them. That's equity and debt, we say. And even the 3 elements that the cost of capital has, the risk-free rate of capital return, we talked about that. Matthew? Risk-free rate of return, when we're talking of cost of capital, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then we talked about creditors hierarchy when we're talking about cost of capital, is it? We talked about creditors with the fixed charge, creditors with the floating charge, and secured creditors, preference shareholders, ordinary shareholders. We did?
Yeah.
We did. Okay. The dividend growth model, we did.
Yeah.
We had that example that we said we should go and check. We did. Did you check and the answer is that? You did check. You did not?
The answer was still given when we did.
Is it? No, but sometimes they can also make a mistake. So far they have given us a formula. The thing that we think is that always we have to find the answers as the book tells us, but that's not known. There are also people, and not only that, when writing, once you make a mistake, everything's pointed. It's a mistake. So we said about weaknesses of dividend growth model. Then now we are at the capital asset pricing model. Capital asset pricing model. As with asset and finance officers, we are supposed to have the knowledge of how CAPAM or CAPIM works, and not only that, mind you, we are asset people that we are supposed to advise anything in connection of asset. So we are supposed to know about the capital asset pricing model. The capital asset pricing model can be used to calculate the cost of equity and incorporate risk. We are talking about cost of capital, and then we are talking about capital asset pricing model, whereby we are saying that it is a model that is used to calculate the cost of equity. Mind you, if we are talking about cost of capital, we are talking about equity and debt, is it? Good. Equity and debt. Now, we are talking about this, whereby it's used to calculate the equity that we are talking about, okay? To get cost of equity and the incorporate risk. So the asset pricing model is that is used to calculate a cost of equity and then incorporate risk. So the CAPAM is based on a comparison of the systematic risk of individual investment with the risk of all shares in the market. We're talking about the comparison of the risk for the company as well as the risk into the market. So CAPAM is also calculate that. Also is also used to compare. Used to compare the systematic risk and all market risk. All market risk. Did we talk about systematic risk to do what? And the unsystematic risk? We did. Nothing?
Yeah. So I think yes.
Just that it's okay. So, systematic risk. The risk involves in handling securities like shares, dividends into risk specific to the company. We're talking as specific risk. Specific risk is wholly for the company. Okay? Systematically, the company, e.g. security. So unsystematic risk, this is the risk which is due to variations in the market activity. Unsystematic risk is the risk due to variations in the market activities. Or we can say unsystematic risk is also called business risk. Business risk can be diversified, and this is mainly the risk that is for the market. Where there is a diversified market portfolio, where there is a diversified market portfolio, so when we are talking about the CAPM, we are talking about the two comparison of the risks, where we are talking of systematic and unsystematic for the company and for the business or for the market. So there are also implications for the investment when we are talking about the risk. So implications for both systematic and the unsystematic. We have one. If an investor wants to avoid the risk altogether, if an investor wants to avoid risk altogether, he must invest entirely in risk-free securities. What did we say risk-free securities are? Last meeting?
Securities are not prone to risk.
Come again?
Securities that are mostly not prone to risk.
Give an example. Government. Who said about that? Government securities. You can be given, let's say, money from government. There's no risk. And what person will relationship. So this is what we say risk-free security. That's the first one. The second one is if an investor holds shares in just a few companies. If an investor holds shares in just a few companies, there will be some unsystematic risk as well as systematic risk. Why? Because you will not have spread this risk enough to diversify away the unsystematic risk. Let's just have maybe an easy example that you can think about. Let's say we are three of us investing in one. Let's have several products that we're investing in. Let's give an example. Company called Matthew, Yvonne, and Kate Mick. That's the company. Okay? So, what should we be doing or producing that should be several? Let's just have that in mind so that we should understand better. Yvonne? Just give any product that you can think about. Message?
Tires.
Come again? Tires. Good. I doing tire. So. Come again? So. The other thing can be what? Let's have several. What else can be so? Martin, the other thing? Like you drinks. Soft drinks. In soft drinks, we have orange, guava, matcha, watermelon. Watermelon, etc. So we're talking about these products. We're selling tires, soap, biscuits, we have soap, margarine, and then we have soft drinks whereby we have several, again, products on this soft drink. So let's try to think about this. How much are we making in tires? How much have we made, for example, in the month of October? 10 million. Soap making, by selling 3,000. Biscuits, 300. Okay. Soap, soft drinks, orange drink, 40,000. Guava, 15. Watermelon drink, okay. So this is our diversification in the market. And now we are saying that the more you diversify, the more you spread the risks. Here, as we have written, it means when we are are not making money in soap, it means the risk is going to be covered by the time. Okay? Or maybe we are not making money in, let's say, where there is less money in the guava drink, it means it's going to be covered by these others that have made profit. So this is what they want to tell us, that whenever an investor invests in less diversification or in less number of products, it means he's not going to have the spread out of the risk. Risk, we already know what risk is it? Yvonne, we know what risk is. Yes. So we are saying, when we are talking about systematic and systematic risk, all these can be covered if only you invest in more products. And this is also done by normal local people in Malawi. We have seen Andrew, or kama pika mandazi, or kama pika samosa, or kama pika amapanga mwina amagusa fibes. So those are some of the same thinking that they want to spread the risk. So if an investor holds it, that's the said what? If an investor holds a balanced portfolio of all the stocks and shares on the stock market, you will incur systematic risk, which is exactly equal to the average systematic risk in the stock market as a whole. So what are we saying? We are saying that when you have those as many as you can, it means you are going to balance the risks. So this is very important for us. If we want to learn away from risks, we have to do that. So as asset and the financial managers, we have to have an idea of how these things work. So we say systematic risk and the capital. Systematic risk and the capital asset pricing model. We talked about a beta factor. I said you should go and find out what is a beta factor. I said beta factor. Imagine I'm a quarter. Last time. A better factor. So we said, what is it used for? Yvonne? Matthew? A better factor measures a share's volatility, okay, in terms of market risk. So that's the beta factor. So when we're talking about the capital asset pricing model, is mainly concerned with how systematic risk is measured. And even how systematic risk affects the required return. So when we're talking about the capital pricing model, we're talking about the measurement, and then how it affects the return. Capital asset pricing model is mainly concerned in systematic risk measurement as well as the systematic risk problems which is affected by the return in the shares. So when we're talking about systematic risk, this is measured by the beta factor. The beta factor. So the beta factor is the measure of the systematic risk. Measure of the systematic risk. Measure of systematic risk as well as the securities related to the market portfolio and securities. Related to the market portfolio. So what did we say portfolio is, or what is the other way of portfolio? Come again? Portfolio, we say portfolio is diversification. That's portfolio. Diversified. Upanga product pili. This portfolio. Nani na soto mungu. So, for example, we can be given this example to say, if a share price were to rise or fall at a double market rate, it would have a beta factor of 2. So, either upward or down. This is just for us to understand better. If the share price moved at a half market rate, therefore the beta factor will be 0.5. So this is just for us to understand better when we are talking about the beta factor in connection of the risk. So the equity risk premium, market risk premium, or equity risk premium is, so we're saying equity risk premium is the same as market risk premium. Here, that's what we want to talk about. Is the difference between the expected rate of return on the market portfolio and the risk-free rate return over the same period. So we are comparing between this risk-free and the ones that have got risk based on the same period of time. So the equity risk premium represents the excess of market risk over those associated with investing in the free risk assets. Okay. Equity risk premium, we are talking about the risk-free assets. Tumina kuti pasa panobetsera kuti muenza tikapo interest aya kuti pasa, just part of the capital. If you were working in government, this is very well understood. You can be given money, for example, that you are not got donor money. Okay, kungokupasa. Tingotenga ngati muntu wina, let's say for example, muntu wina wangone na kuti tulipira fee, choka kunja. So it's the same in a company. Company can also be given a donor or a donated money for it to be progressed. Okay, so those are some of the risk-free assets or risk-free security. So the capital asset pricing model makes use of the principle that the returns on shares in the market as a whole are expected to be higher than the returns of only risk-free investment. What are we saying? We're saying that always when we're thinking about, let's say, risk-free things, you don't make more money on them. But when you have more risk, that's when you make more money. For example, Matthew will say, "Inenda kongola ndarama 20 billion from the bank." Okay? Nofuna mina ndiambe business or ndiambe business mina yama tractor kazisita haya ndigule ma tractor. Okay? Pamene Yvonne ukuta ndikatenga 1 million yoti ndiambire mandasi. There's more risk in him, but he's going to be making more money. There's less risk in you, but you are going to be making less money. So this is what they are telling us here to say. When we are talking about capital, we are talking about where there is the more risk. That's when it is here. Not when it is free, risk-free. So this is what we are talking about when we are talking about CAPM. Tonight, because the formula tonight, there we had said E in brackets RI is equal to that, where we say ERI is the cost of equity capital, RX is the risk-free rate of return, E and RM in brackets is the return from the market as a whole, while the B that is just like italics is the beta factor of the individual security. So that's what we had, and we had given an example on that, where we say shares in SDZ company have a beta factor of 0.8. We wrote that, is it? The expected return to the market are 12%, and the free risk rate of return is 5%. And then we were asked to say what is the cost of equity capital for the company. So solution, we said, because we were given a formula, we say it's the 5 plus the 0.8 in bracket 12 minus 5, which is equal to 10.6%. So that is how we use the formula that is concerned. And then we are given another example. That example, I didn't give it to you because we had already had the first one. So problems with applying the CAPAM in practice. That's where we left, is it? Yes. Problems with applying the CAPM in practice. Problems of CAPM include unrealistic assumptions and the required estimate being difficult to make. The first problem is this one. The need to determine the excess return. The need to determine the excess return. The need to determine the excess return, we are given this. We had written this formula, but how they are telling us that this is the, to determine this return that they are specifying is the bracket E, the big E, bracket. We have the RM, bracket minus RX. That is what is very difficult for the CAPM to determine. We already know what this means, isn't it? So that is very difficult for the couple to determine. So they are saying that this is expected rather than historic. So returns should be used, although historic returns are often used in practice. In normal terms, we use historical returns. That is, last year, these are what we did. Those are normal things in accounting. Last year, this is how much we made, and they say this time, we always compare with the year. So that is what they're saying, that it's difficult to determine, but because in accounting, always we use historical information that we rely upon. The second one is the need to determine the risk-free rate. The need to determine the risk-free rate. They're saying a risk-free investment might be a government security. However, interest rates vary with the term of the lending. So it will vary. So as a result, it is difficult. Sometimes you can be given, yes, a free risk investment or security, but at the end of it, you will will depend on what are the terms that were given.
Can you come again on the second one?
The second one, the need to determine the risk-free